hospital in Pakistan, and then he met the devotees, particularly in the beginning, His Holiness Giriraj Swami and His Holiness Radhanath Swami, and then he migrated to India. He was first in Chowpatty and in Juhu Temple, and then since a long time he's resident in Vrindavan. He's most of the time traveling around and giving lectures of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Also, he's a teacher at the VIHE and MIHE. So Hare Krishna, his day Sarvabhauma Prabhu ki Jai. Also, he's always a part of the Kumbh Mela program. He's a part of the Kumbh Mela program in India. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Sarakshatan Prabhu.
Tried my best. I didn't see that coming.
Hare Krishna. So please join in prayers. Gurave Gaurachandraya Adhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Adhbhuttaya namo namo. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, you're all welcome for the evening Bhagavad Gita class at Sunak Prabhu at ISKCON Heidelberg. Heidelberg. So we are at the shelter of Sri Gaura and Srila Prabhupada. The topic for discussion today is everybody wants to be happy in this world, but why everybody is frustrated? And this is the question asked by Sanatana Goswami, the Chief Minister of Bengal, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody wants to be happy, but ultimately in this world, everybody is frustrated. And same question is asked in Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto by Vidur to Maitreya Rishi. So everybody wants to be happy, right? You all want to be happy. Now the question is what type of happiness you want. You want happiness on Sunday, Monday, which day? So you will say we need to have happiness every day, right? And the next question is you want happiness in what time? In morning, evening, night? What time? And the answer is we need happiness all the times. Then the question is where you need happiness? In the temple, in the home, in the shop, in the workplace? Then the answer is we need happiness everywhere. Then the question is from whom you want happiness? From friends, from relatives, from devotees? And your answer will be we need happiness from everybody. Is it right? We want happiness all the time, all the places, from all the people. Is it right? You all agree?
Yeah.
But then who is the person who is all the time, all the places, and within everybody? Some of your relative, your money. Who is there who is all the times, all places, in everyone? Who is that? Only God, Krishna. Right? Krishna says, Aham sarvasya hriday sanivishto. I am in everybody's heart. Bhuta, I know the past, present, and future. Yeah. So the happiness which living entity is seeking for is only he can have when he come in a relationship with Krishna. So when Sanatana Goswami asked this question from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, by forgetting Krishna, everybody is suffering. And if they remember Krishna, they will become happy. Very simple. And this is the basic principle of our sadhana bhakti. Always remember Krishna is a rule. And never forget Krishna as a regulation. And all the rules and regulations are its servant. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. This is the only basic rule of our sadhana bhakti or devotion and practice. Now from Bhagavad Gita, right now I'm just quoting 2 verses from 5th chapter. One verse is cause of unhappiness or suffering, and the second verse is the method to get happy. So the verse from Bhagavad Gita we are reading 5th chapter verse number 22. 5:22. This verse Krishna tells what is the cause of suffering of the people. If you can chant with me, it's good. Yehi sansa prasaja bhoga. Yehi sansa prasaja bhoga. Ye means anybody. He means certainly. Sansa prasaja bhoga. Bhoga means enjoyment. Bhoga means happiness. And sansa prasaja, which means the happiness from senses through sense objects. I need happiness by seeing some good, beautiful form. Ear need happiness by hearing some beautiful sound. The tongue get happiness by tasting palatable food. The nose get happiness by fragrance. And the skin get happiness by touch. But actually, the sansparsaja bhoga means actually touch of the skin, which gives a pleasure. There's a very deep meaning actually, sansparsaja bhoga. The whole world is after this pleasure, which is pleasure by senses with sense object, the skin and touch. And the next, now we are reading next line. Dukkha yonya evate. Dukkha yonya evate. Dukkha means unhappiness, yoni means place of birth. Ev means only. And te means this is. This is the cause of suffering. So what is the cause? There's a business that sometimes you get buy, you get one free. This is the advertisement. Buy, get one free. So you enjoy senses and misery is free. This is very simple. And everybody is after enjoying senses, so suffering they are just buying with it. Is a part of the deal. Like you have coins, a coin have both sides. You cannot keep one side. You have to keep the both sides with you. So from where suffering is coming? From sense enjoyment. This is the deal. You enjoy senses, suffering is part of it. Because the suffering take birth in the womb of sense. Now, what is actually why we are interested in sense gratification? If somebody asks this question, and then the answer is ignorance. First, there is ignorance is a mother, give rise to the desire for sense gratification. Then we do sinful activities and the result is suffering. This is the nectar of devotion, the parampara of suffering. It is started by ignorance. Avidya. Means no vidya means knowledge. Because there's no knowledge. And in the sequence of these verses, there is a verse. Ajnanena ajnanena, by the ignorance, knowledge is covered. Tena mohiyanti jantavaha. Therefore, everybody has become like an animal. Jantava means animal. So by nature, soul is knowledgeable. Chitta. Chitta means knowledge, full of knowledge. But ignorance has covered that knowledge. And because of that ignorance, everybody is trying to be happy through sense pleasure. But if we have knowledge, then how can we be happy? Those who are in knowledge of the soul, they can be happy by nature of the soul. And they are called Atma Ramo. Atma means soul, Ramo means enjoying. So now we have two options. Either go through the senses to the sense object and suffer, or go towards the soul and become blissful. Now it is our choice where we want to go. Like you want to come to the temple to get ecstatic kirtan and a nice prasadam, or you want to go to the bar and drink wine and then lie down somewhere unconscious. It's your choice where you want to go. We are independent. We are independent. And this minute independence, if we misuse for sense gratification, then we are suffering. And we if we are wise, intelligent, then we will use the faculties of the soul and become happy. So the one then these two lines, the cause of suffering is sense enjoyment. Now the second reason, adyantavanta kaunteya, adyantavanta kaunteya. Kaunteya is an address to Arjun. Usually, when Krishna feels too much affection for Krishna, for Arjuna, as his disciple, as his brother, as his friend, then he pat his back and he address him either Partha, which is the topmost first address in whole Bhagavad Gita, Partha, because Pritha is the mother of Arjun, and that Kunti is also sister of father of Krishna, Vasudeva. So there's a relation. The next common word he says Kunti. So it means out of affection and love, Krishna is saying, Arjuna, this happiness of senses is adya, means has a beginning, and antavan, and it has also end. That happiness which is coming from senses has a beginning and end. It means it is not for all times. It is temporary. It is flickering. It's like a dream. In a dream, we see, oh, we got a beautiful mine of gold. We are happy. The time, as soon as we wake up, everything disappears. So this is temporary. It's just flickering. This is called something. Happiness from senses is flickering, is tuchya, is insignificant. And the last line we are reading of the verse, Natesho ramate buddha, Natesho ramate buddha. Na means not, teshu means in this sense gratification, in the enjoyment of senses. Ramate means enjoy, Buddha means intelligent. Therefore, those who are intelligent are not enjoying this type of happiness coming from senses. So, in this material world, are people wise like Buddha or Buddhu, which means fool? What do you think? What is your opinion? People in this material world are trying to get happiness from senses or from soul. Those who are getting happiness from soul are Buddha, means wise or intelligent. Those who are getting happiness from senses are Buddhu or fool. What do you think? On this, around us, the people in this world are fool or wise? Huh? They are fools. Therefore, Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Jiva Jago, Gaura Chandra Bole. So please wake up, please wake up. Not that they are sleeping. They are completely on the lap of illusory energy and enjoying these senses. That is their sleep. And this in Bhagavad Gita, it says, Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. That is the night for the sense enjoyer and the day for the devotees. And what is the day for the sense enjoyer? That is the night for the devotee. So they are just opposite to one another. You don't know how to open the bottle. And because we don't know how to open the bottle, therefore we don't taste the. So opening the Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare. There's, so there's interruption. No, nothing. This that interruption is not working somehow. I put it. It's okay. Yeah, that Wi-Fi I tried, but it's not working with that.
The Wi-Fi is stopped.
It's okay. So now Prabhupada has quoted one verse from Padma Purana. Ramante yoginam anante satyanande chidatmani iti rama padesho rama padenaso param brahma abhidhiyate. The mystic yogis. Yogis means those who are connected with Krishna. Prabhupada said there's only one yoga, bhakti yoga. The all other yoga are a stepping stone towards the top bhakti yoga. Prabhupada says like the topmost peak of the mountain Himalaya is Mount Everest. Similarly, the topmost destination of yoga is bhakti yoga. Or other yoga are a stepping stone towards the yoga, that yoga. So the mystic means yogi who are connected with Krishna drive unlimited transcendental pleasure from the absolute truth. Krishna is Anandamaya. Anandamaya is that contact with that they forget the whole material sense pleasure. They are completely in that beautiful sound. So completed the first part of this. Again, Srila Prabhupada continues. He is quoting another verse. In Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1 it says, Nayam dehe de bhajo nirloke kashtam kaman arate vidbhujan tapo divyam putra kayena satvam shuddhet tasmad brahma sokyam anantam. Now comparison as compared to the temporary happiness, there is a permanent happiness. And this verse says, Nayam deho de bhajan nirloke kashtan kaman arate vidbhujan. So, this is a teaching of Lord Rishabdev, who is the incarnation of God, to his 100 sons headed by Maharaj Bharat. He asked them, oh my dear sons, what you will do? Oh, they said, well, you are our father, you are the emperor, so we will become also king and enjoy. And then Rishabdev said, this type of enjoyment of senses is available to the animals like dogs and hogs. Because this sense enjoyment is available for all the living entities, the lowest like hog and dog. And then he said, you are a human being. Tapo divyam putraka, please do the divine austerities. And Chakravarti Pad writes, Tapo divyam means do something to associate with God. Become associate of Krishna. How can I become that? Yena satvam cha shuddhyet. By austerities, our existence is purified. What is our existence that needs to be purified? What keeps us from one body to another body? What is keeping us in cycle of birth and death? What is that which is keeping us? What is that existence? That existence is subtle body. There is this subtle body made of mind, intelligence, false ego, and polluted consciousness. That is the cause of our birth, death, and the cycle of repeated birth and death. that needs to be purified. Sattvam cha shuddhyet. So polluted mind, pure mind. Polluted consciousness, pure consciousness. Polluted intelligence, pure intelligence. False ego, true ego. So we have these four things. The mind which is not under control is our enemy and polluted. The mind which is under the control is peaceful and is cause of liberation. The false ego that I am this body and I enjoy is the cause of suffering. True ego that I am the eternal servant of Krishna is the path to the liberation and pleasure. The false intelligence, there is Puranjani Buddhi in Bhagavatam. Pur means body and Ranjan means enjoying. That intelligence which enjoy through body is a cause of suffering and is impure. The other intelligence is called Sati, Mati, Mukande. Sati means chaste, Mati means intelligent, Mukande means Krishna. So, from a false intelligence, we have to go to the true intelligence. Sati, Mati, Mukande. And the false consciousness is bodily consciousness, and true consciousness is Krishna consciousness. So that's called Sattvam cha shuddhyet. Let us purify our existence by transcendental austerities. What is the result? What we'll get by that? Brahma Sokhyam Anantam. Then we'll get unlimited happiness, which is coming at this level of soul. When it's truly situated in love and service of Krishna. And so, Srila Prabhupada gives the translation, my dear sons, there is no reason to labor very hard for sense pleasure. While in this human form of life, such pleasures are available to the stool eater hogs. Rather, you should undergo penance in this life, by which your existence will be purified, and as a result, you will be able to enjoy unlimited transcendental bliss. Now, Srila Prabhupada writes, therefore, those who are true yogis, we all are true bhakti yogi, because we are in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is based on Bhagavad Gita as it is, and Bhagavad Gita is a yoga shastra. So we are true yogis. Therefore, those who are true yogis are learned transcendentalists. The Gaudiya Vaishnava are the topmost transcendentalists. Because this is the mood of Radha Rani, which is brought by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which pleases Krishna the most. They are not attached to sense pleasure because of continuous material existence. The more one is addicted to material pleasure, the more he is entrapped by material miseries. Here ends the purport to this verse. So more one is addicted to material pleasure, more he will suffer. More he is attached to the spiritual service of the Lord, more he will get pleasure. So we can have both things in this verse, cause of happiness and cause of suffering and the way to the happiness. By purifying our existence, we can be happy. By keeping our existence impure, we keep suffering. Do we have time to read the another verse? Rama Sevak, Rama Bhakta. Do we have a time to read the other verse? The process of happiness. Verse 23. Shaknoti iha Shaknoti Shaknoti iya eva yashodhum Praka sarira vimokshanat Kam krodha udbhavam vegam Sayukta sasukhi naraha. The first word is Shaknoti. Shaknoti means one who is able to do. Shaknoti means one who is able to do. And Iya means in this life, when he is living. And Sodom means tolerate. One who is able to tolerate, one who is ready to tolerate in this life when he is living. What he should tolerate? Kam krodha udbhavam vegam. Vegam is like a, vague is uncontrollable desires. Person is obsessed by that. It's like a cyclone coming, you cannot stop that. Vague is like a cyclone. Just carry you up. So what is that vague? Kam krodha udbhavam. Kama means actually lust or desire. And krodha, when they are not, when the desires are not fulfilled, then they lead to anger. Udbhava means arising from that. So from where this kam and krodha comes, from where the desire and anger comes, it is coming from mode of passion. Kamesha, krodesha, rajoguna samudbhava. They are arising from mode of passion. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, he always explained this: in material world, people are mostly in mode of passion and ignorance. And therefore they are greedy, and therefore they are angry. And we have to tolerate these desires. When they are not fulfilled, they lead to the anger. One has to learn to tolerate these. Now the question is, how long we should tolerate? And the answer is pra sarira vimokshanat. As long as this body is there, as long as we live in this world, we must learn to tolerate these desires which leads to the anger. As long as we are alive. So Prabhupada used to give example that Emperor Akbar, Mughal Emperor Akbar, asked from his minister wise Birbal that when somebody is free from lust, and Birbal said only when he die. He said, prove this. He said, okay, king, along with your young daughter, let us go to the hospital, see a dying person who is 90-year-old. And they went to the hospital. And to the old man who was about to die, he was told he is the emperor of the whole Bharatvarsha, India. And he's accompanied by his daughter. And then minister said, king, you see the old man. The old man was looking towards the young daughter of the king. He says he's dying, but it's still in his eyes you can see the lusty desire. So as long as we have this body, we have learned to tolerate this lusty desire, which is our greatest enemy. Kamesh, Krodesh, Rajogun, Samad, Mahashno, Mahapap, Maha. It's with the E, Verinam, he's your worst enemy. He's never satisfied. Never ever satisfied. More you do it, more you are implicated, more it increases. So for our devotees, the best way is like you have a nice tulsi plant, you have a nice plant, then you fence it that it should not be damaged by the animals. So these Vegas are like animals. They destroy our tender devotion. So the fencing is devotee association. If we live in devotee association, that can save us as a fencing from Vegas of this type. So most important for us to be happy and learn to tolerate is devotee association. That is fencing. I give you another example. When river is flowing, everything can flow down. But if you want to swim in the against the current of the river, then you have to put more energy and you will be tired. And you want to see the source of the river by going against the current of the river, you need anchor. Every time when you are tired, you hold on and then start again. These anchors are the great devotees. Who you in a company of devotees, you are saved from dragged down by the current or a wave. So we need the good devotee association, which is the rarest thing available on the material world. In the material world, Mahaprabhu said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the only rare thing in material world is devotee association. And therefore these all temples are established all over the world, Prabhupada said, to give association to the devotees. So we should take full advantage of these temples where there is a teaching, and the teaching will destroy our ignorance and the whole process of suffering will stop. So those who are able to tolerate the impulses of the desires as long as they live. So it's not possible. Cannot do it alone. And then the last line says, Sayuktaha. Sa means that person. Yukta means one who is united with Krishna. Or one whose hand is held by Krishna. Then whatever way comes, it will not take him away. It cannot wipe him away because Krishna is holding. Yukta means connected with Krishna. And when Krishna holds somebody's hand or somebody holds Krishna's lotus feet, then he is perfectly protected. And then that person is Sukhi Naraha. That is actually happy person. So if we see the verse in a different direction, if we are connected with Krishna, then we will learn to tolerate the impulses of the desire and anger. And then throughout life, we will be happy. So we have to connect with Krishna. And process for connecting with Krishna begins with tongue. This is the sense which has two business, tasting and talking. Therefore, taste Krishna Prasad and talk about Krishna, chant holy name, then your devotion start. Your connection with Krishna is established. Perfection may take time, but admission is already there. So, this translation of this verse is, who can tolerate the agitation arising from lust and anger, when they arise till the time of giving up the body, and is blissful in that realization, that is the Sukhi Naraha. Baldev Vidyabhushan writes, disturbance of lust and anger is an unfavorable for steadiness in gyaan or knowledge. Therefore, one who is endeavoring for steadiness in gyaan or knowledge should tolerate them. He who can tolerate the agitation vegam in the form of disturbances and problem to mind, eye, or other organs arising from lust and anger, he who can control them, sodom, at the time they arise, ear, by the joy of realization of Atma, until the time he gives up the body, he has attained samadhi in realization of Atma, yukta, and is blissful with realization of Atma, sukhi. Therefore, with intense effort, one should tolerate these disturbances. Srila Prabhupada writes, if one wants to make steady progress on the path of self-realization, he must try to control the forces of material senses. Therefore, the forces of talk, forces of tongue, forces of mind, forces of stomach, forces of genital, and forces of tongue. So these are the first words of nectar of instruction. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam upastha indriya vegam etan vegam jo visaheta dhira. One who tolerate all these urges can make disciple all over the world. So this is a guru principle actually. The guru is one who is able to tolerate these 6 urges. This first verse is guru principle. Guru may be from any country. He may be from, any, say any varna ashram, no problem. But he must have tolerated these 6 urges. That is the qualification of a guru. One who is able to control the forces of these different senses and the mind is called Goswami or Swami. Such Goswamis live strictly controlled lives and forego together the forces of the senses. Material desires, when unsatisfied or unsatiated, generate anger, and thus the mind, eyes, and chest become agitated. Therefore, one must practice to control them before one gives up this body, material body. One who can do this is understood to be self-realized and is thus happy in the state of self-realization. It is the duty of transcendentalist to try strenuously to control desire and anger. So here ends the both verses. So where he get happiness? Yuvanta sukho antra ramas tatha antra jyotir evaya sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuta adhigacchati. Next verse says like that. So he is enjoying in this soul. He is enjoying the happiness of soul. He is enlightened from inside by the mercy of Krishna. So there's no darkness inside. There's no ignorance inside. This yogi is already attained the self-realization. Therefore, he will go back to home, back to Godhead. So this is today's our topic is in one sense over, and the conclusion is that for becoming happy, we have to practice Krishna consciousness, and when we get the will power from the soul by the mercy of Krishna, the next door neighbor of the soul intelligence becomes discriminative. And when we have a discriminative intelligence, this intelligence will control the mind. And then mind will control the senses, which are like the horses. And when the senses are controlled in this way, in descending order, by the mercy of Supreme Lord, through the mercy of his spiritual master, he will get the will power at the level of soul. He will have a discriminative intelligence, that by that he can control the agitating and flickering mind, and the mind can control the senses, and therefore the person will be peaceful and happy. If we try to go from below up, it's difficult. If it is coming from up down, it is easy. The descending process is easy. Ascending process is difficult. If we try to control, we may not be able to. But if Krishna gives mercy through Vaishnava and his spiritual master, then we will get power to control. Therefore, to be connected with the parampara is the best system to receive, to get connection with Krishna. And then we will have that power. I was giving other day example, magnet, to the magnet, if there is a line of pins that can be connected to the magnet, the power of magnet is coming from the first pin to the second, to the third, to the 10th. So the power of magnet is even in the piece of iron. It can connect, it can attract the other piece of iron. So Krishna is a magnet. And this parampara is like they are living entities, but they are connected with Krishna. Therefore, they have power of Krishna, and they have a power to connect us with Krishna. And in that connection, we cannot be carried away by the impulses of the senses or vegas of the senses. And therefore, there are these temples where we have education and facilities to connect with Krishna. And the devotees are there, the qualified engineer to connect, to weld us with Krishna. So in the welding, first there may be some sparking, but once the welding is there, then you are connected. And this sparking are something, our friends, our family members, they said, oh, what are you doing? Not enjoying with us. Oh, so these are some spark you have to see when this welding is done. And you have to tolerate this little bit spark, okay? And then you are connected with Krishna. Then the welding is so strong, nothing can disturb you. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any question or comment?
Yes, we have a question.
Yes. Rama Bhakta.
So the best way to control the senses is to be in association of devotees.
In third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna is speaking about the how somebody is dragged to sinful activities, he said, these your enemy, which is lust and anger, they reside in mind, intelligence, and senses. And then Krishna says, out of these three, Only senses are grass and are under your control. You start your beginning of controlling senses.
И он говорит, из этих в разуме, в уме и в чувствах. И он говорит, что из этих троих ты можешь только чувства контролировать.
Because
То есть
mind,
через контроль чувств.
because mind is not under your control.
Потому что ум ты не можешь контролировать.
But senses, legs, you can, it's under your control. You may stop legs of going in nonsense place.
Но чувства под твоим контролем. Ты можешь остановить свои ноги.
So, ado indriya sanyama, in the beginning, control your senses by devotional service in practice,
Поэтому вначале контролируй чувства с помощью практики преданного
in
служения,
association of devotees,
в общении с преданными,
under the direction of a spiritual master and scripture.
под руководством духовного учителя и писания.
This is the beginning
Это начало.
in the third chapter.
Это третья глава.
By fifth chapter, the advancement is that you can try that, but there is another method. You get a mercy from Krishna, and in a descending order, you will get a power to control the intelligence, mind, and senses.
Но это в третьей главе. В пятой главе там уже есть определенный прогресс. И там говорится, что по милости Кришны ты можешь получить силу, чтобы контролировать разум и ум.
So Bhagavad Gita is, is a progress in talk between Krishna and Arjuna.
То есть Бхагавад-гита это беседа, которая развивается.
So first answer is at the first level, second answer is the second level. So the answer increases, the level increases. So this is, you get yukta with Krishna, you get connected with Krishna, then you can tolerate.
Есть первый, есть второй уровень и общий высший уровень. Когда у тебя есть связь с Кришной, тогда ты можешь терпеть.
So actually by the mercy, it is only by the mercy of the Hari Guru Vaishnava, by the mercy of Supreme Lord, the spiritual master and the Vaishnava, we can practice Krishna consciousness, control our senses, control our mind, purify our intelligence and consciousness only by their mercy.
И в конечном итоге это все только по милости Хари Гуру Вайшнавов. Только по их милости мы можем контролировать чувства, только по их милости мы можем.
But this does not mean that we just sit and everything Krishna will do.
Но это не означает, что мы просто сидим, а все должен Кришна делать.
We are also to endeavor.
Мы тоже должны стараться.
We should 100% endeavor with all our four energy and resources.
Мы должны все 100% стараться со всей
And
силой.
100% we depend that only by mercy of Krishna will be successful.
И при этом мы надеемся на Кришну только потому что только по его милости мы будем успешны.
It's like in a Damodar Leela, Yashoda was trying with all her energy, perspiring, trying to bind Krishna.
То есть, как для Дамодара Лили, что Яшода нас изо всех сил старалась сделать Кришну.
But only when Krishna becomes merciful, she becomes successful.
Но только когда Кришна проявил свою милость, она достигла успеха.
So we have to do the endeavor 100%.
Поэтому мы должны на 100% стараться.
And 100% we depend upon the mercy of Krishna.
И на 100% мы полагаемся на милость Кришны.
Then we will be successful.
Вот тогда мы будем успешны.
It's not only we endeavor will be successful,
Это не значит, что только когда мы
just only depend upon mercy and don't do anything, then we'll be successful. No, both, we need both.
Или только полагаемся на милость Кришны, тогда будем успешны. Нет, мы должны делать
In philosophy, there are two examples. One example is baby monkey holding on the mother monkey.
Есть два примера, когда обезьянка, она держится за маму обезьяну.
This is like devotee wants to catch hold the lotus feet of Krishna.
Это вот как преданный хочет схватиться за стопы Кришны.
This is called parpana,
Это называется папа.
holding the lotus feet.
Держаться за лотосные стопы.
The other is a cat is carrying the kitten, completely dependent upon mother.
А другой пример это то, как кошка держит котенка.
Cat is not doing any endeavor.
Котенок не старается вообще.
The mother is carrying.
Она его держит.
Sorry, this baby is not doing any, kitten is not doing any endeavor. Mother is carrying from one to other place.
Котенок ничего не делает. Его просто
It's only the mercy which can deliver, and devotee is not doing anything like a kitten.
только милость может нас освободить.
This is Sharanagati.
Преданный, как бы получается.
But both are not complete. We-
Вот
I mean, one is like a kitten and a mother, there is Saranagati
yes,
or surrender. One is a monkey with a baby monkey with a mother. This is Parpana. One only baby is holding on, and one the cat is holding on. But But for our Gaudiya Vaishnava, we have to have both.
То есть есть шаранагати, это как пример с котенком.
The example is given, somebody is fallen in the well.
Но вайшнава должен...
Oh, he should cry, please take me out, please take me out.
Если подобно тому, как кто-то
And somebody will send the rope.
и он кричит спасительное.
Then he should hold on that rope.
Если ему скинули веревку,
Oh, somebody is pulling you. And you hold at least.
тебя тянут, но ты должен...
So we have to hold on the rope. It means we have to endeavor. And also Krishna's mercy has to pull us out.
Мы должны...
So we need both things. We should be parpana and surrender both.
Но Кришна нас тянет наверх. Поэтому у нас должно быть две вещи.
Arjuna said in 7th verse, Arjuna said in Bhagavad Gita, Tvam parpanam, I am holding your Lord's feet. And Krishna says in the end, Mamekam Sharanam.
Арджуна говорит в начале твоего парпана, я держусь за твои лотосные стопы, а Кришна в конце говорит, Мамакам Шаранам Враджа, предайся мне.
Therefore, demigod, when they are paying to Krishna before appearance, he said, Parpana Sharanam. We are holding your Lord's feet and we are also surrender. They are saying both words together.
На полубоге молятся Кришне, они тоже говорят Парпанам Шаранам. То есть мы держим за твои лотосные стопы.
Parpana means our endeavor.
Парпана означает наши усилия.
And surrender means Krishna's mercy.
Предание означает милость Кришны.
So by these two, we will be successful.
И вот с этим, применяя эти два принципа, мы будем успешны.
Hare Krishna. Is it okay? Anybody has a... Yes, Ram Bhakta?
Видим, что даже в играх Кришны, когда там преданный, например, Сатраджит, и Кришна говорит, отдай камень, он не отдал, хотя он в играх Кришны был.
We can see in Krishna Lila, for example, Satrajit. Krishna told him, give me this stone Syamantak, but Satrajit didn't give it back.
Well, this is Samantak money. This is a stone which was yielding gold every day. Satrajit never gave a stone on. What Krishna said actually is that the too much wealth with some one person is not good. It should be in the government treasury. It should be used for all people. So Krishna wanted this wealth with one person is not good. It should be with the government.
На самом деле Кришна сказал, он говорил, что так много богатства в руках у человека это плохо. Этот камень должен находиться в сокровищнице, чтобы распределялись среди всех людей.
But the Satrajit was not obliging. He said, no, it's mine. I have got it by my own efforts.
Но Сатраджит не согласился, он сказал, нет, это мой личный камень, я его сам добыл.
But then Krishna did not do anything. And he says, okay, it's up to you.
И Кришна ничего не стал делать, он сказал, хорошо, как хочешь.
But the Satrajit's brother Prasin took the jewel and went to the forest and some lion killed him.
Но тогда брат Сатраджита Прасена взял этот камень, пошел с ним в лес, и там его убил лев.
And then the lion was carrying that jewel and lion was killed by the tiger, by the say bear, reach, yeah.
Тогда лев нес этот с собой камень, и его убил медведь.
And Krishna was blamed that he might have stolen the jewel.
И Кришна обвинили в том, что, скорее всего, это он украл этот камень.
So Krishna has to prove that he has not stolen the jewel, so he went in search of the jewel.
И тогда Кришне пришлось доказывать, что он на самом деле не крал этот камень.
He found the Satrajit dead in the jungle.
Он нашел тело Сатраджита.
Not Satrajit, his brother Prasen.
Он нашел тело Прасены в джунглях.
Then he found the lion, the footprint of lion. He followed that and he saw lion was also dead, but there was no jewel.
Потом нашел следы льва, он пошел по следам, нашел мертвого льва, а камня там не было.
Then he was following the footstep of the Jambavant, the bear, and he entered into the cave. And then he fought with Jambavant for 28 days.
И потом он пошел по следам медведя, пришел в пещеру, где он жил, и 28 дней с ним сражался.
And then Jambavant recognized that, oh, he's not ordinary person, he's my master Ram, same Ram.
Тогда Джамбаван, он
So he
знал,
said,
что
I'm sorry, I have to give you not only the jewel, but my daughter Jambati.
это не просто обычный человек, это мой господин Рам. И он сказал, извини, я отдам тебе не только камень, но еще свою дочь Джамбавати.
So Krishna brought the Jambati along with the jewel back to Dwarka, and he gave the jewel to Satrajit.
И поэтому Кришна он принес обратно в Двараку, пришел обратно с Джамбавати, с этим камнем, и камень он отдал обратно.
And Satrajit said, well, I'm sorry, I've falsely, said, blamed Krishna, so how can I rectify? I must give my daughter Satyabhama to Krishna in marriage.
И Сатраджит сказал, ой, я сделал такую глупость, я ложно обвинил Кришну, поэтому я должен дать свою дочь
And said, now you take jewel, Krishna, jewel, you take jewel.
ему в жены. И также
Krishna said, no, you keep it. Only you deposit the gold in the treasury.
А Кришна сказал Сатраджиту, не, пусть камень остается у тебя, просто золото в казну.
So actually, this is pastime for marriage of Krishna, Satrajit's daughter, and Jambati.
Так что на самом деле это лила, она о том, как Кришна взял в жены.
So Krishna in the heart of Satrajit as a super soul asked him not to give me jewel.
Поэтому Кришна в сердце Сатраджита, как свет душа, сказал ему, чтобы тот не отдавал ему камень.
Because Krishna wanted Satyabhama to marry in exchange of jewel.
Потому что он хотел взять Сатьябхаму в жены.
So this is a pastime. This is a pastime. Two marriage by this jewel.
И из-за этого камня получилось две свадьбы.
But still the jewel has a long story.
Но тем не менее в этом камне есть длинная история.
А может так Кришна наши недостатки использовать для нашего добра, как в случае с Адхбхутом? Это недостаток Адхбхута или это просто Кришна ему сказал, не давай камень?
So the question is, if Krishna can use our faults and our
Хорошо, ладно, может по-другому спросить, скажи, что это с прошлой жизни у Сатраджита было все-таки желание не давать, не соглашаться с Кришной, или же просто Кришна в этой жизни ему сказал не давать?
So the question is this desire not to give stone to Krishna in Satyajit's mind, it was from previous lives, or it just was Krishna's arrangement?
Krishna's arrangement. They are not ordinary living entities. They are associate of Krishna, came from Dwarka in the spiritual world just for the pastime. So these are all pastime. These are not karma.
Они необычные живые существа, они все спутники Кришны, пришедшие из духовного мира, так что это не карма, это все лила Кришны.
No, this is not karma. From past life. This is a pastime.
Это не карма из прошлой жизни, это все игра.
Ну а вот Кали Кришна, который с Господом Чайтаньей, например, Харидас, что это Харидас?
What
Это
about
просто урок для нас или это у них что-то было?
what about Kaliya Krishna or Chhota Haridas, who was who accompanied Lord Chaitanya? Is it a lesson for us, or
It's for lesson for us actually. They are associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but through them he is teaching us lesson that if we become lusty, Mahaprabhu will disown us.
они спутники Кришны на самом деле?
Mahaprabhu engaged them in service. Mahaprabhu engaged them in service, but he just taught us that if we become lusty or disobedient, then we will suffer.
Махапрабху занимал их служение, но он просто хотел научить нас, что если мы будем непослушны или поддадимся вожделению, то
It's like Arjuna is Krishna's associate. He cannot be illusion. But Krishna put him in illusion to give Bhagavad Gita.
это как Арджуна, он спутник Кришны, он не может быть в иллюзии, но Кришна, он его вверх в иллюзию, чтобы рассказать Бхагавад-гиту.
It's like Pariksha Maharaj is a Vaishnava. He cannot dishonor the sage, but Krishna wanted to give Bhagavatam. Therefore, he arranged all this.
Точно так же, как Парикшит Махарадж. Он не мог на самом деле оскорбить мудреца, но это произошло для того, чтобы Шримад Бхагаватам был поведан.
So these all are things by the Leela Shakti of Yoga Maya.
Так что все эти вещи не происходят
It's not Maya Shakti.
под руководством Лила Шакти, не под руководством Майя Шакти.
Hare Krishna.
У нас вообще есть шанс попасть в это материальный мир?
Do you have a chance to get into Krishna Lila?
Yes, it's called Nitya Lila Praveshta. We can enter into the eternal pastime of Krishna if we hear the pastime of Krishna in Bhagavatam.
Мы можем попасть в вечную Лила Кришны, если мы будем слушать Лила Кришны в Бхагаватам.
Yes, that is what our goal is, to enter into Krishna's pastime.
Это наша цель.
Nitya Lila Praveshta.
А вот те годы, которых не пустили родители, они там тела пооставляли, это что значит?
Those who were not allowed to join Krishna during Rasa Lila dance, and they had to leave their bodies.
But I don't understand.
Тела пооставляли после этого.
What is the question?
So they only after they left their bodies, they joined Krishna Lila.
Oh, you want to join in this life, in this body?
Вы хотите в этой жизни, в этом теле попасть
Rama
в
Bhakta?
Кришну?
Yes, you can be pujari every day, you can be in a Nitya Lila, Krishna Lila, yes, no problem.
Можете пужарить каждый день, будете каждый день в
Or
Кришне.
you just chant in the street every day and become the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes, in this body, no problem.
Не, а вот то, что их родители не пустили, это их анархия или это тоже Кришна?
So the question was that moment that their parents didn't allow them to go. It was due to their anarthas, or it was also Krishna Lila.
It is natural for parents to stop the children from going to Krishna consciousness. This is natural because they have affection and they will do this. This is a normal affection of the parent. It has nothing to do with karma.
Такова природа родителей. Они из привязанности к детям не пускают их в сознание Кришны.
You have
Это не
performed,
связано с кармой, это просто такова природа родителей.
and you have performed in last life the devotion and left somewhere in the middle. Therefore, you were dragged against your desire back to the temple, and even your parents stopped, you cannot be stopped. There's 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
Maharaj, I didn't get your answer.
We are having most of us have not completed our devotional service in our last life. That's why with that credit of devotional service, we are again doing devotional service in this life, and this devotional service drags us to the temple. Even our parents are not in favor of that.
То есть в прошлой жизни не успели закончить свое преданное служение, поэтому мы в этой жизни продолжаем. И поскольку это наше уже совершенное преданное служение, оно нас тянет в храм, то наши родители, они не смогли нас остановить.
Эти родители во Вриндаване же жили.
But those parents of gopis, were living in Vrindavan.
Those?
Parents of gopis, they were living in Vrindavan.
It is to increase the devotion, it is to increase the ecstasy of the Krishna and gopis.
Для того, чтобы усилить экстаз Кришны и гопи.
They were in the pastime. Thank you, Ram Bhakta Hare Krishna.
Sarvabhauma Prabhu ki.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.